The woman began to struggle violently and shouted even louder. "Chase, you can't do this to me. You know how Jack feels about me. Do you really want to break his heart?" Her words hit close to his heart, causing his originally firm resolve waver. He wanted to vent his anger and give this woman a good telling off, but what would Jack think if he knew? He was completely unaware of everything. Mary was right. Jack loved her like crazy. Even if Chase really wanted to tell him the truth, it would be a major overstepping of their friendship. The guard who threatened Chase before now asked him with a respectful tone, "Mr. Rothman, should we escort this woman off the grounds?" Mary screamed in defiance. "Chase, you can't do this to me! Jack would hate you if he knew!" Chase frowned. In the end, he shook his head at the security guards. Forget it. Of course, it wasn't for her sake, it was for Jack. When the guards heard this, they stepped away from her. Shane wasn't so forgiving. "From now on, you're not allowed to step foot in our hotel. We don't welcome people who cheat on their partners." Mary heaved a sigh. It could have gone worse. She hurried off the hotel grounds. The two security guards turned to look at Chase nervously. Shane spoke apologetically. "Mr. Rothman, I have wronged you by not training my staff well enough." Chase shook his head, feeling generous. "Forget it, the case is closed. Thank you for throwing out that horrible man." Shane sighed in relief. He took the opportunity to hand over his business card. "This is my personal contact info. From now on, the doors to our hotel are always open to you. Consider yourself a VIP member. In the future, when you want to visit, just contact me directly. I'll handle all arrangements." "Then thank you, Mr. Watson." Chase didn't really care for the ceremony and put the card in his pocket. The affair at the parking lot had only lasted a few minutes, and Chase was still thinking about his daughter in the hospital. He didn't hang around for long. Shane knew Chase was going to the hospital, so he sent his personal chauffeur to drive him. The moment he arrived, Chase saw two burly men standing by the door of his daughter's ward. They looked intimidating, so he was concerned. A third man was sitting on the lounge chair beside the door and came over with a smile. "Mr. Rothman, I'm so sorry. Please don't be alarmed by my men over there." Although the man had a kind smile and a respectful tone, Chase could still sense an aura of confidence in him. "Do I know you?" Chase didn't recognize the man in front of him, so he became suspicious. "No, we haven't met before. A subordinate of mine had a misunderstanding with you, sir. My name is Chuck Stevens. I'm here to apologize personally." He spoke nervously. Chase's frown deepened. Suddenly, a memory flashed through his mind. Rod and Morris, the leaders of the thugs from the incident with the motorcycle. Just when Chase was about to ask more, he saw through the glass on the door and noticed a young woman playing with his daughter. If she was a nurse, she wasn't the same one he'd hired. Chase pushed past the men and walked into the room. He glared at her and shouted the moment he entered the room. "Who are you?" The beautiful woman in the ward had an astonished look on her face and only reacted when she saw Chuck run in after Chase. "You must be Mr. Rothman, right? My name is Eliza Stevens." Chuck hadn't expected Chase to react so strongly, so he quickly explained. "Sorry, Chase. Eliza is my wife. She and your little princess really hit it off, so I asked her to help look after her while we waited for you to come back." Eliza tried to explain. "I'm sorry to have scared you. Your daughter is so cute, so I thought I'd keep her company." "It's fine." Chase interrupted her. When he saw his daughter was safe, he felt much better. His grin widened when Dottie gave him a dissatisfied look. "Daddy, don't bother Mrs. Stevens. She's telling me a story. She was right in the middle of Snow White." Chase nodded, not knowing if he should laugh or cry. "All right, Daddy will go out and let her finish the story." He winked at Chuck as they walked out of the room. "My daughter will be begging your wife for stories all night long. Thanks for keeping her entertained. Chuck smiled along with him. In the corridor, Chase went straight to the point. Tell me, did you guys come here just to apologize to me? Chuck quickly explained. Well, Mr. Rothman, Mr. Sanders asked me to apologize to you. There was some misunderstandings when one of my employees ran into you, and then Tim called us and filled me in. I've already dealt with Rod and Morris. I'm terribly sorry about the whole altercation. Hearing this, Chase was stunned. He hadn't expected Chuck to know Tim. Chase hadn't told Tim about the incident with Rod, but word clearly got around. It seemed like Tim's position as Laudervale's richest man led to all sorts of surprising connections. He had more questions. Are you guys gangsters? Chuck quickly explained. Don't get the wrong idea. I admit we have connections to the underworld, but I'm in a perfectly legitimate business. After finishing, he observed Chase's expression carefully, waiting for his reply. After some consideration, he decided to ask Tim first. I need to make a call. Hold that thought. Chuck agreed respectfully. When Chase reached the stairwell, he called Tim. He went straight to the point. Is this guy Chuck Stevens your employee? I don't know if I believe it. Tim immediately explained. Well, he isn't exactly my man, but he's done me a few favors before. I've instructed him to watch out for you and your family. He is loyal and very trustworthy. It seems like you have a good impression of him. That's good. Chase changed the topic. I have another thing to ask you. You said the famous doctor called you back? When can he come and see my daughter? I'm working on setting up an appointment. It just so happens he was planning to visit Laudervale this week, so I should know in a few days. Tim said. Thanks. I'll be waiting for some more good news. Chase hung up the phone in satisfaction. On the other side of the door, Chuck was waiting nervously in the hallway. He knew that his chances of getting on Chase's good side depended on his attitude when he came back. Chase returned to the hallway. From now on, I'm trusting you to keep my wife and daughter safe. I hope you don't disappoint me. Hearing this, Chuck was overjoyed. He promised that he would not let any danger near his family. I don't believe in promises. I just want to see results. Even if something happens to you, I hope you'll be able to live up to what you told me. Chase reminded him with a serious expression. Chuck nodded respectfully. I understand completely. Only then did Chase bring him back to the ward. A warm smile appeared on his face when he saw that Dottie was engrossed by Eliza's story. He was happy to see that his daughter liked Eliza. It seemed like the two of them would be spending more time together in the future. But soon, Chase began to wonder about how it would appear. He didn't know how to explain it. Celia might not like it if Dottie spends time with you. We'll have to explain it to her in a way she'll accept. Yes, Chuck agreed, immediately going over to Eliza and whispering a few words into her ear. After hearing what he had said, Eliza looked thoughtful. Chase wondered how a man like Chuck could attract such a woman so smart and beautiful. He assumed it was because of Chuck's skills in the security business. He was probably a martial arts master, and maybe contracting had made him wealthy. Eliza Stevens thought for a moment and answered. I understand what you mean. Leave it to me. I'll become friends with your daughter and then your wife will accept me as a caretaker. The most important thing is, I don't want her to know about my business deals with Tim. At least I can't have her learning too much right now. Chase reminded them. I understand. Don't worry. Eliza said. Dottie spoke up. Daddy talks a lot. You guys should hurry up and finish your business. Mrs. Stevens really wants to read me another story. Once again, Chase didn't know if he should laugh or cry. However, seeing how much the little girl liked Eliza, he was both envious and grateful. Hey, kiddo, have you replaced your dad already? Celia had no idea what was going on in the hospital. After the banquet, she went straight back into her office to finish some paperwork. She felt a little bad, but Chase was already at the hospital, so she didn't feel the need to worry. She worked into the night and was about to leave when suddenly she received a call from Jason Young. Celia hesitated for a moment before answering the phone. Jason? Is everything okay? I have good news. My uncle is visiting Lauderville. He is an expert on heart disease. I can introduce you to him.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.